I'm going to give you guys my AEW predictions. My predictions for the show, which takes place on Sunday, April 12th from Vancouver, Canada. As of right now, there are 9 matches on the show. I expect, but come Collision on Saturday, there to be 3 to 4 more added, especially considering as of right now, there's only 1 0-hour match. There's usually 2 to 3, so they're liable to add a ton to that. As of right now, the main card only has 8. Jack Perry doesn't have a match right now. The women's tag titles aren't on the show yet. So, like, this is my AEW predictions as of Thursday before the pay-per-view, which takes place on Sunday, and there's still one more show. This should be the card. This would be perfect. It probably won't be. But as of right now, this is what we got, and this is who all we're going to talk about. And I'm going to start by talking about the AEW Casino Gauntlet match. The first name into the Gauntlet match will be Tommaso Ciampa. Won a match over Moscata Torado. God, I'm so bad at that his name. Like every time I try to say it, I mess it up. Anyways, Ciampa won the right to be the first name into the Gauntlet. You want to be the first and second person in. Those are the most 2 important spots because they're the only ones guaranteed to be in the match. It could literally end after the second one gets in the ring. It never has, but it could. So that's the spot you want to be in. The number 2 spot is going to be determined on Collision. But yeah, who could win the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal for the TNT title? This one can go to anybody, I'm going to be honest. You could go Tommaso Ciampa and give it back to him. He literally won the title on his first night in. It could be a returning guy. That could be good. One name I saw thrown out there was Swerve Strickland. That would give some legitimacy to the title. It's even possible that you could see Darby Allin go and do 2 matches in one night and win the title. This one's the toughest one for me. You could even see Chris Jericho enter, and God, I hope not. I'm going to go. I like the idea of Swerve, but I'm going to go Tommaso Ciampa gets his title back. I think he gets Sylvie back. Tommaso Ciampa is going to be the first one in, and he's going to win that fucking thing. I just talked about Jericho versus Ricochet. I think the winner of this one should be Ricochet, but they're not going to do that. Jericho's going to win that match. I just hope that Jericho looks better. I hope he's been in the ring and not just lifting weights, because he did not look good those last couple matches. And Ricochet's a high flyer. Jericho's not. But I think Ricochet can hide Jericho's faults and make it a decent match. This is not going to be the match of the night, that's for sure. But I would like to see that. The one match that has been announced for 0 Hour, which is the pre-show on YouTube, the only pre-show match so far for 0 Hour is Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir. Marina has been on a tear the last couple weeks, but she keeps losing. Like she's having great matches. So at a certain point, you got to give her the win. But my thing is like, the winner of this determines the winner of a match later. The reason this match exists is because of the blood feud between Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley. And Alex Windsor is trying to defend her husband's honor or boyfriend or fiance against the Death Riders, Marina Shafir. I think the winner of this match should be Marina Shafir, but it will probably be Alex Windsor. Alex just recently won the New Japan Strong title, which I didn't know was still a thing but she won it because they have been doing a ton of stuff in Japan still. But I'm going Alex Windsor. I think it should be Marina. I think Marina needs that win. She definitely needs the win more than Alex does. But if Alex wins, it sets up for more bigger things. So I'm going Alex Windsor. The next match I want to talk about is the AEW Continental Championship match between Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. This is Will's first huge match back. Like, he's had some smaller matches on television. This is his first pay-per-view match back for Jon Moxley's AEW Continental title. And Will Ospreay should win this, but the problem is if Will Ospreay wins this, Will Ospreay also needs to win the Owen Hart tournament to get his all-in title match to win the title at All In Wembley in London, in his home country, hometown, whatever. So I'm leaning towards this is not going to have a winner. I think this is going to lead towards a Stadium Stampede style match at Double or Nothing. And I think you're going to get, I think it's going to be a 20-minute time limit draw between Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay. I do not think we're going to get a winner, which means Jon Moxley is technically the winner and will hold on to the title. But I'm leaning towards a time limit draw here, no winner, to set up a bigger match, which would make sense because then the Alex Windsor Marina Shafir match earlier in the night makes even more sense because then you get you get United Empire versus the Death Riders. That's the way I'm going with it. Because, I mean, this not kind of don't make sense because you've got the Brawling Birds of Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor having singles matches when they could have been going for the fucking tag titles, which is what they should have been doing. But they're kind of tied up into other things because Tony Storm isn't there. Because I'm talking about Jamie Hayter, next match I want to talk about is the AEW Women's World Championship between Tekla and Jamie Hayter. Tekla is keeping that fucking title. She is the best thing on AEW women's television right now since Tony Storm's been gone. She's proven that she is an American, like she is perfect for American TV. She struggled in Japan, but damn, she's been a dominant heel. She's good on the mic. She puts on great matches. I think Tekla is going to hold on to that title. Next match I want to talk about is Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo. MJF has hired Andrade to take out Darby Allin because if Darby wins this match, Darby gets a title shot at Double or Nothing against the winner of MJF versus Kenny Omega. And I personally think Darby's going to win this match. There's a chance Darby could even win at Double or Nothing. But Darby's definitely going to be Andrade. I would have loved to have seen Andrade win and Andrade get that title shot. But it's like they're not willing to push him for some reason. They give him a little bit more, but it's like at the end of the day, they're not willing to give him all. And Darby has done so much work for the company. It makes sense. Like, Darby's a great fucking guy. I've met him twice. He's great with the fans. He's good on media. He's crazy as shit, but he's good at, like, he's a great representative of the company. So I think Darby is going to get that win to get the opportunity for the title shot at Double or Nothing. Now, I'm going Darby Allin. My next match I want to talk about is one that was thrown together last night. Young Bucks versus Okada and Takeshita. Okada and Takeshita have been at each other's throats forever. They are the two best Japanese talent in AEW, and they're on the same faction, but they hate each other. Personally, I would have loved to have seen Okada versus Takeshita, but I think this is a great way to get us there if they cost each other the match, or those two are the important part of this match. The Young Bucks, I don't give a shit. Like, the Young Bucks are great, but they're the Young Bucks. I want to see Okada versus Takeshita. I want to see Takeshita get his first fucking, well, I want him to get that title. I want him to be the international champion. I think that is the way to do that. And I think Okada and Takeshita losing would hurt that. So I'm going Okada to Takeshita. We got two more matches left on the card. the AEW Tag Team Champions FTR versus Cope and Christian. Cope and Christian's winning this. CNC is going to do that because they want to hang those titles in Wembley. And I think they're going to have a TLC match in Wembley of FTR versus Cope and Christian versus the Young Bucks. Best tag team of this generation is the winner of that match. It'll probably be the Bucks because they want to put them over, especially since they're baby faces again. But as of right now, Cope and Christian, they could be one of the more entertaining parts of the show. Like Christian last night saying that he fucked both Dax and Cash's mom, and when he gets done, when he wins the title, then he's going to fuck Stokely's mom too, was fucking hilarious. That was one of the best lines of the night. It was a good payoff from the week before where Roppongi Vice comes in and attacks Cope and Christian, and it helps FTR because FTR attacked them the week before. And then my laugh out loud moment of the fucking night was when Stokely spears Christian. And then now they've been comparing his spear to Goldberg and Cope's, and just, it was hilarious. I loved it. Like Stokely has been one of the best additions to FTR, and FTR is my favorite tag team of the last 10 years. Like I love FTR. I like FTR more than the Bucks. I like FTR better than the Usos. I like FTR better than New Day. FTR, I'm an FTR guy. That being said, I'm going Cope and Christian. I think that's the winner of this match. And then last, the AEW World Championship match. The Devil versus the God of Pro Wrestling. MJF versus Kenny by God Omega for the AEW World title. This match is going to steal it shouldn't. There's no stealing the show. This match is the fucking show. Like, they are going to be the best match of this show. I don't think Kenny's got a ton more left in him, and I think this is where he's going to push that gas pedal, and him and Max are going to have one of the best matches of the year. I think this is I think this has match of the year potential. And I think MJF is going to retain because MJF needs to be beaten by Will Ospreay. That being said, I could also see Kenny Omega beating MJF, holding the title till Double or Nothing. Darby Allin beating Kenny Omega. And then MJF screwing Darby Allin to get back the title right before All In to be beaten by Will Ospreay. Like, that's also a possibility. But as of right now, I'm going to go through the card from top to bottom. I'm going to go top to bottom, or in the order that they are in this picture, not exactly in the order that I said. I got, for the AEW World title, I got MJF beating Kenny Omega. I have Cope and Christian beating FTR for the World Tag Team titles. I have Tekla retaining over Jamie Hayter for the Women's World title. I have a time limit draw with Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay, which means Jon Moxley will retain the AEW Continental title. I have Darby Allin over Andrade El Idolo. I have Okada and Takeshita over the Young Bucks. Chris Jericho over Ricochet. I have Tommaso Ciampa winning the TNT title and the Casino Gauntlet match. And lastly, I have Alex Windsor defeating Marina Shafir. Let me know down below in the comments who you think should win those matches.